Hello, my name is Kate, and this is Castle Tillage, your home defense network. About a month ago, I recorded a video on what is the most common reason why concealed carry weapons people who defend themselves go to jail. This is because of proportionality. And I made this video. It took off. It got to 9,000 views really quick, and now it has stalled because there are more thumbs down on that video than there are thumbs up, and it stalled. It's right around 12,000, and that really proves my point. People do not understand proportionality. Now we need to back up a little bit. What am I talking about? There are 5 things that need to happen for you to have a successful self-defense scenario. Again, self-defense is an affirmative defense, and you need to be cautious because of that. Innocence, eminence, proportionality, avoidance, and reasonableness. You need up to all 5 of those congruently. If any one of those fall, your entire self-defense falls apart. Because with an affirmative defense, you are saying, yes, I shot and killed this person, but it was because of self-defense. If you lose any one of those, innocence, eminence, proportionality, avoidance, and reasonableness, if the prosecution proves one of those were not true, all you are left with is, yes, you killed somebody. Now, proportionality is very important. That's why I went over it. And then we get people on making these comments that are very naive, and I know people don't like this word. I get blasted on it every time, but it's stupid. People's position on proportionality are stupid. They are macho. It is unbelievable. When I present you guys information, it's not pulling it from my backside. It is coming from stuff that I've read or people that I associated with, or people or classes that I've taken, blah, blah, blah. Okay? The story that I was given came from this book that you see here. It is specifically for Minnesota. That's because it is a duty to retreat state. However, this story can be applied for proportionality for everything. So, you see this Michael Martin book. All right, let me open it up. On page 155, this is the story that I laid out for everyone. Okay, I'm going to go over the story really quickly. I may lose some elements because this is just going off of memory. You're in a busy city street. You're going to your car. You decided to take a shortcut through an alleyway, and a person comes behind a dumpster that is half your size and reaches around his waist, and he pulls out your gun. Pulls out his gun. You kept your pepper spray in your pocket. Good. But again, pepper spray is an essential element to the story later on. That's why that detail is in there. Half the guy's size of you is also an element for later on the story. This is a teachable moment. Don't tell me that size doesn't matter. Yes, size doesn't matter on a deadly threat, but it definitely is important in a non-deadly threat, okay? So you pull out your gun. You shoot him twice. One hits his shoulder. He drops his gun. The gun flies underneath the trash dumpster where he can no longer retrieve it. He stumbles toward you. You shoot him one more time. Okay? Is that a good shoot, no shoot scenario? I'm going to give you the correct answer. The first shooting was a good shoot. The second one was not a good shoot. This is the reason why. And I don't understand why people do not understand proportionality. You shoot to stop the deadly threat. You do not shoot to kill the deadly threat. Okay? You do not want to have a finishing shot. And these people who are making these comments and putting the thumbs down on this video, that has a tremendous value to anyone who has a CCW weapon and wants to learn exactly what is legal and it is not legal. Okay, so the reason why the first shooting is a good shoot, because he had a deadly weapon visible. His intent was there. Let's do the AOJ triad, because some people can visualize the AOJ triad rather than the five elements of innocence, imminence, proportion, of avoidance, and reasonableness. Ability, okay, AOJ, first one, A, ability. Does the person have the ability to kill you? Yes, he does have the ability to kill you because he is showing a gun. Does he have the opportunity to shoot you? When you're coming with an opportunity with a gun, would you be afraid of the gun if he was 2,000 yards away? Yeah, most reasonable people, if you're not James Yeager, you cannot shoot somebody 2,000 feet away without an element of luck with a handgun. Okay, so yes, he is. Part of that is I want to go back a little bit to the story. Part of the story really talks about the Tueller drill. Okay, the Tueller drill is, an average attacker can run 1.5 seconds within the 21 feet, and that also talks a little bit into it. And the story actually says that he has the gun. He comes in with that safety zone, and he decided to shoot him. Okay, that is also an element, part of it, because when he lost the gun, he is within that 20-foot or 21-foot range, the 21-foot range guideline for a non-deadly threat, and that's why that was put in there. Okay, so let's talk about this now. When the gun goes underneath the dumpster, he no longer has access. And then you get these ninnies on there saying, well, you don't know if he has another weapon on himself or has a knife. You cannot use deadly threat on a perceived, what may happen in some future. You can only act what is known. And then some people, we had one ninny on there. It's not true because cops shoot unarmed people all the time. Well, that is because of furtive movement. We've talked about furtive movement. There was no hidden movement to go after a gun or some other kind of weapon. Okay, the story didn't say that. Don't make the story. The story has things that you want to learn. The story is designed there for you to learn something and not think that you think you know to prove your point. Again, people don't listen to learn. They listen to argue a point, okay? And they're not sitting there trying to learn a lesson. I talk about this all the time. The greatest obstacle to discovery isn't ignorance, it's the illusion of knowledge. Basically, what that means is what you think you know will prevent you from learning what you should know, okay? If you have a little bit of knowledge, doesn't mean that you have the wisdom to use the knowledge. There's a phrase that I twisted around, and I use it for my own benefit. It basically says, knowledge is confident in the fact that a tomato is a fruit. However, wisdom is guided in a fruit that a tomato has no business in a fruit salad. People are always going on the straw argument thing, and they think that they know where tomato belongs. All right? One ninny says that, why did he only shoot him twice? He should have emptied the magazine into him. Proportionality problem. If after the second shot the gun goes under the dumpster and you continually to start shooting him, proportionality problem. Hey, it's a proportionality problem. Most people go to jail because they use too much deadly force. Okay, perfect example is of training for a deadly force. James Yeager had a video a few years ago. You know that Erica girl that no longer is on there, Corey and Erica. He had some issues, and I don't think they put videos on there. But he had a video of her getting on top of a punching bag and using close contact gun techniques and the drill was to empty the magazine into the guy's face. um, Proportionality problem. I understand. He wanted to have Erica on top of that. I mean, a lot of people would like to see Erica on top of a punching bag, shooting whatever how many rounds into the face of her attacker. But if she has a position of advantage, the guy is on his back. Um, you know, 1 or 2 rounds may be acceptable because she is a smaller female. But how about that 15th round? Proportionality is, excuse me, is going to be a big problem. One guy said, "I don't think that size matters if you both has firearms." Size of your attacker does matter because it's a proportionality issue. If the person is half your size and no longer has a weapon in them, you using a gun with a person who no longer is stumbling, is half your size, you're going to have an issue with that third bullet. You could have left the area. You could have gotten your pepper spray out. Hello, that's why the pepper spray was in there. You could have squirted them with pepper spray and get out of the area, blah, blah, blah. But that third bullet was murder. And that is the lesson that Michael Martin was trying to teach. That is the lesson from my knowledge and wisdom as far as knowing why people go to jail. Proportionality is an issue. Okay? Proportionality. So, it was a very good video. And it was stalled out by people who don't understand proportionality. Thumbs down. People usually will thumbs down because of the content, not because of editing or that kind of thing. So there may have been 1 or 2 people that just didn't like the video because of how I do videos, but an overwhelming thumbs down. Last time I looked, I had 79 thumbs down and 77 thumbs up. The video was doing wonderful. It was reaching a lot of people, but it came to too many people who do not understand proportionality. Innocence, eminence, proportionality, avoidance, and reasonableness. You need up to all 5 of those congruently to have a successful self-defense scenario. Also learn about the AOJ triad. The ability, the opportunity, jeopardy. We didn't talk about jeopardy. Jeopardy just means the intent of causing you great bodily harm. He was focused on you. He told him to give you your money. I didn't say that in the video, but in the story he says, "Give me your money." Okay, that is intent. Hello, AOJ. You need all 3 of those congruently to have a successful self-defense scenario. Also, it goes towards reasonableness. AOJ triad doesn't touch that, but you know what I'm trying to get across to. So this video is much longer than the previous video on why CCW people go to jail. It's because of proportionality, people! My name is Kate, and this is Castle Tillage, your home defense network. I hope this helped.